Hey guys, I'm CG Smoothie, and today I'm going to show you how to make a rigged Kirby model in Blender 2.9. Okay, so just start with a new scene and delete the default cube, and let's add a sphere, and let's duplicate it, scale that divided by 2, and bring it out on the X, and use a mirror modifier, flip on the X of the other sphere, and Boolean first of this sphere. Okay, and we can also subdivide this one first, and this one too. Okay, now we're just gonna duplicate this, bring it down, and in edit mode, let's go into proportional editing, which is use O or click that thing, and bring this up on the Z. Let's use inverse square and just bring that out. Might want to bring this down a bit. We want to bring this down, so just grab all of these, turn off proportional editing, and let's bring them down. That looks good. Okay, so for materials, let's just do the armature first. Make a bone, armature, single bone, and in edit mode, well, first let's go into viewport display and make this show in front. So in edit mode, let's bring this out on the Y and this down on the Z, and we'll extrude out on the X and extrude out on the X on the other side. Oh, and then we'll extrude out on the Z and the X, and then do the exact same extrusion on the other side. And that's our armature. So now we want to apply this mirror modifier. We'll apply this Boolean and this mirror modifier, because we don't even need subdivision, because it will be hidden by our material, so we don't need this subdivision. So for the materials, I'm going to make a Google Drive link that you guys can use in the description with all the materials I used in my time lapse. So that'll be in the description. Check it out for these materials. I'm gonna add in the image. I just get an image texture, and wherever you downloaded those images, let's grab one of them. I'll grab this angry Kirby, plug it in. It should already be in there because I used a sphere for my project. So now we're gonna make this a toon shader, which if you looked at my tutorial on toon shaders, which I'll link in the eye right now, you can just grab that shader, and if not, go watch it right now and come back and get that shader, and let's just bring it in. And instead of this, we're gonna change this diffuse BSDF to an image texture with that image, the angry Kirby that we just had. Plug that into the color. Actually, no, add this to the color with our mix RGB. So bring this to color 1 actually, and make the FAC 1 almost. And let's change these colors up. Let's go white to black again. Oh, change this mix to a subtract. Let's make this black. And let's make this a yellow color, more like a yellowish green. I think that honestly looks good, but if you want a little more detail, you can add some more darker color, or I guess lighter color, because we're subtracting. Okay, now we just copy this to these arms, but we take out the image of this and replace it with just the color. So if we go here, get this image, grab this color with this, copy this hex, and change it back to white, we can, where'd the arms go? We just deleted the arms, nice. So bring back those arms. We have copied this though, so we make a new texture, delete this Kirby face, put the hex code into here, and bam, the arms work. And here we can just copy this material, but make it a darker color, like Kirby's shoes. And there we have it. Now we just have to make this into, like, you can barely, yeah. We just have to separate these by loose parts, and then we just parent them to each bone. So this one will be parented to this bone, 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 and bone, and then finally just the body, parent that to the bone. So if all worked out correctly, we should be able to pose this, and yep, you can move around Kirby's arms, and it works pretty good. Let's see if the legs work good. Yup. So there's your rigged Kirby. If you want to be able to change the faces like I did in my little animations, you can grab all of these faces and make them an image sequence, change the frames to 1 frame, change the offset, and that's how you can change the faces. Just keyframe the offset, and that's how you would change the faces in the animation. If you want a blown up version of Kirby like I had in my animations, you can go into edit mode, grab some vertices for his cheeks area, and then in the shape keys, create a new shape key. We'll call this Puff Kirby. Change this to 1. Edit mode. Make sure you're on 3D cursor, and make sure you have this sphere. Let's bring the whole thing out a little bit. There, and then grab some cheek. Bop, bop. And just scale that out. And that'll be his puffed version. Let's see how that looks with his puffed face. It looks good. You also still might want to subdivide this one, mesh, because that's the one that'll look best with the subdivision. Because without it, look, you can obviously see the edges of the mesh. For these ones, it's less noticeable because they're smaller, but this one you might want to subdivide at least once. And yeah, there you have it. You can change the puffiness in the shape keys just by going whoop, keyframe that. You can make him run around, and you can change his faces, and he's all cartoony and Kirby. So that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Blender tutorials and other things Nintendo as well. I might do some Zelda content for the 35th anniversary. Remember to use this rig for Navi, the fairy from Ocarina of Time. If you guys would like that, let me know in the comments. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!